Hello everyone, I'm back with another video here where I took an unexpected trip to Southend. Now while I was in the area, I did want to take a look at the world's longest pleasure pier and see what that's all about. I am a bit of an explorer and like to try and see different things, so coming to Southend, I actually didn't know this existed until I was here, so definitely wanted to check it out and see what it's all about. Now, due to the length of the pier measuring at 1.33 miles, this does give you the option to be able to catch a train, which goes from one end of the pier to the other end of the pier. And this is what you'll see now when you're watching the video. I'm currently on the train. Now, there are a combination of tickets that you can purchase, which are on the screen just now for you. Personally, I opted for a train return on the day due to the weather being a bit iffy. Wasn't too sure whether it would hold out or not. So it gave me the option that if I did get to the other end of the pier and I didn't fancy walking on the way back, then I could just jump on the next train when available. With the pier being 1.33 miles long, it certainly does put Southend on the map, but not only that, it actually puts them in the record books of the world's longest pier. As you step off the train then and reach the other end of the pier, you'll see that to the left of me they've used some older carriages, various different things to sit in and take a rest, eat your food in as well, which I think is pretty cool in terms of what they've reused them and gave them a purpose. So good on yourself, and for doing that. You have passed a couple of eateries as well in those video clips here, and then coming up you'll see a golf area here where you can have a little activity game of golf. Quite a small little course, but obviously it is a pier, so it's not going to be massive. And then in front of us you've got the lifeboat centre as well, where you can go check out the lifeboats. They did actually appear in the water just here, yeah, when we were actually on the pier itself, so they sort of just dot around and basically demonstrate kind of what they do as well. And if you do want another activity, you can actually fish off the end of this pier. There is a cost involved, so you can purchase a ticket, and I believe they do give you a fishing rod as well, where you can go down and fish off the end of the pier. It's quite funny actually, because while we were on the pier exploring, this chap actually ended up catching a starfish, which was quite amazing actually. The fact that he's gone out there, fished and caught a starfish, so nice to see. And if you did wonder, that starfish did go back in the sea, just to make you aware. He did catch it and then put it back in the sea. It is quite amazing actually to see when you are looking around this pier and at the end of the pier just how far out you are from shore, especially in the distance there when you see some boats and then look over to the other side and think that is literally just a shore over there in the distance, just visible on the horizon there. So yeah, very far out indeed. You do see a sign as well when you do reach this end of the pier, where it does congratulate you for reaching this side and covering the 1.33 miles of this pier. Now, the weather wasn't too bad on the way back, and although it being quite windy actually, the rain was holding off, so I did want to do the walk back just to do the whole experience of doing a walk one way, train the other, just checking out if there's anything different to have a look at, you know, the track, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I wanted to experience the whole lot really. So rest of the clip actually you'll just see me walking back gradually as we approach the shore. Some interesting facts then for you on the Southend Pier. It was actually in 1829 they laid the first foundation stone of the first section of the pier, and then by June 1830 a 600-foot or 180-metre wooden pier was opened. This was actually done because of the coast at the Southend consists of large mudflats, so the sea is never very deep, even at full tide, and that meant large boats were unable to stop at the Southend, and it meant that you wouldn't get many potential visitors coming to the Southend coast. They would mainly go on to Margate and other resorts where the docking facilities were actually better. It was in 1830 that the pier actually employed a horse tramway to convey goods and visitors to and from the pier. The pier was later extended in 1833 to 3 times its length, and by 1848 was the longest pier in Europe at 7,000 feet, which is 2,100 metres. 1887 saw work began with building the new iron pier, which was later opened to the public that summer, though it wasn't complete until actually 1889. With further extensions taking place, in 1891 the Pier Railway ran the full length of the pier and carriages were in use. Further extensions took place in 1929 by Prince George, Duke of Kent, which actually, on the east side of the pier, they actually called the extension the Prince George Extension. It was 326 feet or 99 metres long. Another interesting fact on the pier is that it actually closed for 6 years in 1939 because it was used by the Royal Navy, which renamed it HMS Lee. Further to this, in 1945, cafes and amusements were built. And despite a couple of fires, one in 1976, the other in 1995, and then following on from that in 2005, this pier still remains standing. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, also subscribe and share away as well. It all helps me and it is greatly appreciated. Check out my other videos in my video library and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.